What if I told you that every night you go to bed without the right nutrition, your muscles quietly shrink away? If you're over 50, this hidden factor could mean the difference between strength and frailty. Stay with me, because the science is clear you can stop it, starting tonight. What if I told you that one of the most overlooked factors in preserving your muscle mass has nothing to do with what happens in the gym, but everything to do with what happens in your kitchen, especially in that quiet window right before bed? Now, that might sound like a late-night gimmick, but I promise you, it's not. It's grounded in real science research on nutrition timing, sleep physiology, and a concept scientists call anabolic resistance. If you're over 40, if you've noticed that your strength is harder to maintain, or if you've simply wondered why your body doesn't respond to exercise the way it used to, this is for you. Let's start with the hard truth. Beginning around age 30, all of us, athletes or not, begin to lose muscle mass. On average, 3 to 8% per decade. By the time you're 60, you may have lost enough muscle to make daily life harder. Climbing the stairs feels like work. Carrying groceries strains your arms. Even keeping your balance feels less certain. But here's the thing. Muscle is not just about appearance. It's metabolic gold. It regulates blood sugar. It protects bone health. It makes movement possible and independence achievable. In fact, low muscle mass is one of the strongest predictors of mortality in older adults, stronger even than obesity. That's how critical it is. So, the big question is why? Why does muscle fade with age? And more importantly, what can we do about it? In the last decade, researchers from Stanford, Maastricht, the Netherlands, and beyond have been uncovering evidence that points to something surprisingly simple. What you eat before bed matters more than most people realize. This isn't about drinking a giant protein shake at midnight or buying into fad supplements. It's about understanding the timing of nutrition, how your body processes fuel while you sleep, and how a few small shifts can yield meaningful outcomes. Because every night, as you rest, your muscles face a choice: to grow, repair, and maintain, or to quietly wither away. One of the key discoveries has to do with a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. In simple terms, as we age, our muscles become less responsive to protein. Imagine a volume knob that slowly becomes harder to turn. When you're young, a small amount of protein turns the knob easily and triggers muscle growth. But as you get older, the same amount of protein doesn't send a strong enough signal. You need a clearer message, sometimes a higher dose, and sometimes better timing. That's where bedtime nutrition comes in. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, repairs DNA, and rebuilds tissue. But here's the catch: it can only do that if amino acids, the building blocks of protein, are available in your bloodstream. If your last meal was at 6 o'clock and you don't go to bed until 11, your body may run out of the raw materials it needs right when the repair window opens. Researchers tested this idea at Maastricht University with a group of healthy older men. After a day of normal activity and dinner, some participants consumed 40 grams of casein protein, a slow-digesting protein found in dairy, about 30 minutes before bed. Others received a placebo. The results were striking. The group that had the protein experienced significantly higher rates of overnight muscle protein synthesis. In plain English, they built and repaired more muscle while they slept. Now, does that mean you need to chug a tub of protein powder every night? Absolutely not. The lesson is subtler. It's about giving your body the right tools at the right time. A light, protein-rich snack before bed, something that digests slowly and feeds your muscles through the night, can make the difference between waking up stronger or waking up weaker over time. Simple options could be a small bowl of unsweetened Greek yogurt with chia seeds, a protein blend mixed into almond milk, a handful of edamame, or even a light lentil soup. These aren't bodybuilder meals. They're practical, sleep-friendly choices that work with your body's natural rhythm. They fuel the recovery process without overloading your digestion or disrupting your rest. Think of it this way: muscle doesn't disappear overnight, but every night you neglect certain choices, you chip away at it. Slowly, quietly, but preventably. And if you're over 40, 50, or 70, the science shows that timing matters almost as much as quantity. Let's dig a little deeper into the second big idea: insulin. For years, diet culture has painted insulin as the villain, the hormone that makes you gain weight. But the truth is far more nuanced. Insulin is not just about blood sugar. It's also anabolic, which means it helps build muscle. After you eat, insulin rises. One of its jobs is to shuttle amino acids into your muscle cells so that they can repair and grow. At the same time, insulin suppresses the breakdown of muscle proteins, which is happening constantly in the background. In other words, insulin protects what you've worked so hard to build. But as we age, something else happens. Many of us become more insulin resistant. Our muscle cells stop responding efficiently to the insulin signal. That means fewer amino acids get inside, more muscle tissue breaks down, and the slow leak of muscle mass accelerates. It doesn't happen overnight, but over years it adds up, leading to frailty, weakness, and loss of independence. Here's the hopeful part: insulin sensitivity is not fixed. It can be improved. Food quality, physical activity, and sleep all play critical roles. Fiber-rich meals with legumes, whole grains, and vegetables smooth out blood sugar spikes and keep insulin working efficiently. Resistance training twice a week, even simple bodyweight squats or resistance band exercises, primes your muscles to absorb more nutrients. And something as easy as a 15-minute walk after dinner has been shown to blunt glucose spikes and improve insulin function overnight. That's why the timing of food is so powerful. A balanced dinner with protein, healthy fats, and fiber sets the stage. Then, a light protein snack before bed gives your muscles what they need to take advantage of insulin's protective role. Instead of your body spending the night fighting with blood sugar swings, it can focus on repairing muscle tissue. Now, let's talk about protein distribution throughout the day. Most people load their protein at dinner, maybe 40 grams or more in one sitting, but neglect breakfast and snacks. Research shows that spreading protein intake more evenly across 3 or 4 meals produces better results, especially for older adults. Why? It comes back to something called the leucine threshold. Leucine is a key amino acid that triggers muscle-building pathways in your cells. In younger people, 15 to 20 grams of protein may be enough to hit that threshold. But in your 60s or 70s, you may need closer to 30 grams in one meal to send the same signal. If you eat a tiny breakfast and a light lunch, then pile on protein at dinner, you miss multiple opportunities during the day to stimulate muscle synthesis. A more effective pattern looks like this: 25 to 30 grams at breakfast, another 25 to 30 grams at lunch, 30 at dinner, and 15 to 20 before bed. That steady rhythm not only supports muscle, but also stabilizes hunger and energy throughout the day. It's not about eating more, it's about redistributing what you already eat. And let's clear up a common myth while we're here. Eating before bed does not automatically make you gain weight. Controlled studies from institutions like the NIH show that weight gain depends on total calories, not the clock. In fact, a small, protein-rich snack at night may reduce cravings, improve sleep quality, and help you feel more satisfied the next morning. That means fewer late-night raids on the pantry and better recovery overall. So here's the second real-world tool. Structure your protein. Spread it out. Make each meal count. And cap your evening with a light, slow-digesting protein snack. That combination keeps your muscles fed, your insulin responsive, and your body primed for repair. Now, let's shift to another question I hear all the time. Does the quality of protein really matter? The short answer is yes, but maybe not in the way you've been told. For decades, people believed that plant proteins were incomplete and inferior to animal proteins. The truth is more balanced. Proteins are made of amino acids, and 9 of them are essential. You have to get them from food. Animal proteins like eggs, dairy, meat, and fish contain all 9 in proportions close to what your body needs. That's why they've been called complete proteins. Many plant proteins, like beans, grains, or nuts, are lower in 1 or 2 amino acids. But here's the key. Your body is smart. It pools amino acids from everything you eat throughout the day. You don't need to combine rice and beans in the same meal to make a complete protein. That idea was debunked years ago. Well-planned plant-based diets absolutely support muscle health. Organizations like the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics confirm this. The catch is that older adults often need a bit more total protein from plants to hit the same leucine threshold. For example, 30 grams from chicken might equal 35 or 40 grams from lentils or tofu to get the same effect. That's not a flaw, it's just planning. And there's a bigger benefit here. Plant proteins don't just give you amino acids. They come bundled with fiber, antioxidants, and far less saturated fat. That package protects your heart, your gut, and even your longevity. Studies show higher intake of plant-based proteins is linked with lower overall mortality. So shifting even 1 meal a day toward plant protein is a win for both muscle and long-term health. Let's connect this to the gut, because your digestive system is where the real work begins. You could be eating the best protein in the world, but if your gut can't absorb it, your muscles won't benefit. Emerging research shows that the gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your intestines, plays a surprisingly powerful role in muscle maintenance. Certain beneficial bacteria produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids. These reduce inflammation, strengthen your gut lining, and even influence muscle protein synthesis through complex signaling pathways. On the flip side, poor gut health fueled by processed foods, excess sugar, and low fiber leads to something researchers call inflammaging. That's the slow, chronic inflammation that creeps in as we age. It doesn't just affect your heart or brain. It directly accelerates muscle loss. So what can you do? Feed your gut. Aim for 30 different plant foods per week. That diversity of fibers and phytonutrients encourages microbial diversity, which keeps your system resilient. Add fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, or kimchi. Even small servings can boost beneficial bacteria. Think of it as building a team of microscopic allies working for your strength. Here's the third tool. Don't just count protein grams, support protein absorption. Choose quality sources, both animal and plant. Diversify your meals and nourish your gut with fiber and fermented foods. That way, your body doesn't just eat protein, it actually uses it. Let's take a step back and connect the dots. We've covered a lot of ground, but the core message is simple. Muscle doesn't vanish just because of age, it fades because of neglect. And the good news is, we have real science-backed tools to fight back. Here's the recap. Eating a modest, protein-rich snack before bed, especially one that digests slowly like casein or certain plant proteins, gives your muscles the raw materials they need during the night when your body is primed for repair. Spreading your protein evenly across the day, not just loading it at dinner, ensures you hit the leucine threshold multiple times and keep muscle protein synthesis active. We've seen that insulin isn't the enemy, it's a powerful partner when it works well. Improving insulin sensitivity with better food choices, short walks, and resistance training helps lock in the muscle you already have. We've also learned that protein quality matters, but not in the old animal versus plant debate. It's about diversity, digestibility, and planning. A mix of animal and plant proteins, rich in leucine and bundled with fiber and antioxidants, protects both your muscles and your overall health. And don't forget the silent players, your gut microbes. A strong, diverse microbiome helps you absorb nutrients, reduce inflammation, and stay resilient. Feeding them with fiber and fermented foods might be one of the most overlooked ways to preserve muscle as you age. So what does this mean for you right now? It means you don't need extreme diets, expensive powders, or long hours in the gym. You need rhythm, small, consistent habits that work with your body's natural processes. A balanced dinner, a light, protein-rich snack before bed, a short evening walk, 2 resistance workouts a week, 30 different plants in your diet over the course of a week, and a commitment to good, restorative sleep. These aren't radical changes. They're sustainable ones. They build over time. And they don't just preserve your muscle, they preserve your independence, your vitality, and your ability to keep doing the things you love. So here's my challenge to you. This week, pick just one change. Maybe it's adding yogurt with seeds before bed. Maybe it's making breakfast protein a priority. Maybe it's trying fermented foods or starting a simple resistance band routine. Just one. And then notice how you feel. The next morning, the next week, the next month. Stronger, steadier, more energized. That's your body responding. Because muscle is more than tissue. It's a signal of resilience. It's a reserve of strength you'll call on again and again as you age. And the sooner you start nurturing it, the longer it will be there to serve you. If you found value in this conversation, please like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the Elder's Guide. And I'd love to hear from you. What's one strategy you're going to try this week? Leave a comment below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Thank you for joining me today. Take care of your muscles, take care of your body, and it will take care of you in return.